offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Here's Hoyer. Backing up. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And when an offense is doing enough, run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. 10 yards still left on second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Hoyer. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's brought in by Pitta. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Over the middle, it's Holmes. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Vereen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Shane Vereen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They run with a fifth-round man, Paul Perkins. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing.
And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it's first down, New York.
Love the run right there, and when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked it. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. On play action, it's Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Manning now to throw, and it's incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Again, it's Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Oh, this is blocked. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking.
Now Hoyer to Vereen out the flat. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Hoyer. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete, and he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Here's Hoyer. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andre Holmes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they knocked that one free from Eli Manning, and he's not a guy who's usually fumble-prone, usually has a pretty good sense about getting rid of the football. But in this case, they managed to knock it out of his hands.
Yeah, Scott, to your point, I was looking back yesterday, 3 seasons of 10-plus fumbles, but other than that, single digits. He usually takes pretty good care of the ball. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So Olivier Vernon, nice tackle for loss. He had 18 of those last year for Miami.
And he really emerged in a game against Tennessee last year. Absolutely unstoppable. Almost couldn't be blocked.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Now it's Bears' first-year kicker Connor Barth for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
We focus our attention on the Bears defense now. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
To throw, it's Manning. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They do go for it. It's Manning. And his This is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. In the red zone this time. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Hoyer. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Beckham. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Vereen. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Hoyer. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Here's Hoyer. A dump off to Vereen. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. So we have come to halftime, and what's... my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Willie Young in there to drop him for his 5th. On second down, here's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early. And that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him, and we're in the second half.
You think he and Eli maybe had some words on the sideline, hey, let's get on the same page?
Without a doubt, because they know that that kick starts their team, that gets them going, and now they have to do it again and again as we go down the stretch.
Manning going to give it to Perkins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Willie Young in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They do go for it. It's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 27 yards on the game there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing now is Manning. And that is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. Throwing is Manning. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now Manning throwing up, and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Marvin Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start out with a run by Vereen. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tackle made there by Nick Fairley.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run again with Vereen. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll run. It's Vereen. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now Hoyer. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It may be 2016, and while he's wearing a different uniform, Janoris Jenkins, now with the Giants, formerly of the Rams, is a terrific corner. And he got better and better during his time in St. Louis. I know the franchise has moved to L.A. Absolutely confident on the corner. And his thing, big plays, take the ball, go the other way. He's probably a little disappointed he only batted it down. He ordinarily picks it off and takes it back for 6.
It's caught by Clive Walford. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the run, here's Vereen. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Hoyer. And it's brought in by Pitta. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On the delay, this is Vereen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes, because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Hoyer to Vereen out in the flat. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we'll get ball, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Manning now on first down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Manning now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Beckham, the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Cliff Averill in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Petty now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Here's Petty. A dump off to Vereen. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Shift together here from the D-line. He'll drop to throw. And hauled in by Pitta. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll try to run it with Vereen. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now that was a big stop on 3rd down, and this is where head coaches make their money and answer the question right here and now. Do you kick the field goal for the 3 points, or do you go ahead and try and grab yourself a touchdown lead?
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3.
Draw.